about that little glitch there. Oh, I don't need this. All right. So here in the land of the rising sun, it is Saturday morning. Saturday morning, it's just after 9 o'clock in the morning, which means it's about 8 o'clock in New York, 7 o'clock, talking about in the evening, 8 o'clock in the evening in New York, 7 o'clock in the evening in Chicago and Texas, 6 o'clock in the evening in where? Colorado? I don't know. 5 o'clock in the evening in California? Maybe. Nine, so 8, 7, 6, 5. Yeah, it should be like 5 o'clock in the early evening, late afternoon, however you want to describe it. Okay, so we are here again with another edition of Friendly Feud, the weekend edition. Depending on how many people we've got playing here, we will play one or possibly two games. If we have a lot of people, I have a new expanded where I have more answers. Typically, I've been the questions have had the top 4 answers. I have some questions that have more answers than that, so it gives more people a chance to score points every round. And also, it makes it a little bit more difficult for somebody to dominate so much because one answer is not going to be worth quite as many points, usually because there are more top answers that are available. So, but let's see what's going on in the world. I've been doing quite a bit of broadcasting lately because it has been vacation time here. In Japan, we have, as people that have watched my broadcasts have seen, it's been Golden Week, and so a lot of people were on holiday and so on. Japan has been in a state of emergency. State of emergency is really what it was for certain areas, the larger populated areas like Tokyo, Osaka, Nagoya, and so on. Those places where restrictions were put into place, bars were closed down, and things like that. People have been encouraged not to travel between different locations in Japan, which didn't really work very well. I mean, I know that a lot of my students traveled home and so on during the Golden Week. I mean, you got 5 days off. You're not gonna, if you're a young person, you don't want to sit at home playing video games. They do that during class time. Yeah. But so I'm a little bit concerned that after a week or 2 weeks from now, boy, I don't know what's wrong with my voice. A week or 2 weeks from now, we could see another spike. I mean, it's already the cases have been going up, so it's not such a good condition. Hey, Brian, welcome. Sorry, I still had my settings going. I had to refresh my server, my graphics server here. But yeah, welcome. Hopefully, we'll get some people here to play some games today. But yeah, so we've just come back from in fact, a lot of people will just be coming back now or tomorrow from their long vacations. And so with all this traveling that's been going on, I am rather concerned that there's going to be, again, like I said, a big spike in the number of cases of COVID here in Japan. People during this Golden Week time, it's their tradition. It's it's kind of their Thanksgiving almost. It's a long holiday. People go to see their families and so on. And it hasn't been as bad here in Japan as it has been in a lot of places, but still, it is concerning. It hasn't been as bad here, but it has been on the rise, as I said. A lot more cases coming up. So, hello, share. Welcome. Yeah, just shooting the breeze for a while here until we get a quorum of players, and then we'll start up a game. I've got a couple of games set up. One of them with the typical 4 answers, and the one, let's see. I share your concern. We are having too many things open quickly. Yeah. But at least, I mean, it's not perfect yet, but at least America is well underway with their vaccination program. Here in Japan, I know of one person. My wife is the only person I personally know who has gotten even one shot of the vaccine. I know another friend who 65 years old, so is scheduled to get it sometime soon, but the date hasn't been set yet. It should be sometime soon. That minimizes the illness, though. It's not full protection. That's right. Yeah. But I mean, even that is significant. It turns it from what could be a life-threatening illness into something that's more on the level of influenza, typical influenza, which it's no fun. Nobody wants to get the flu or even catch a cold for that. But yeah, it. I mean, the data that I've heard seems to suggest that even after one shot of the vaccine, and if at least 2 weeks has passed after the vaccine, then you're very unlikely to be so sick that you even need to go to the hospital. And almost, I mean, unless you have severe underlying conditions again, which changes everything, right? Depending on what kind of things you got. Yeah, can't trust the data if I can't trust my own government. Unfortunately. Yeah, well, I mean, honestly, I don't trust the American government. I get my data from as many different sources as I can, and where they split off, where the data disagrees, that's a red flag. I don't find that too often, though. And where different sources, the data seems to be the same. Or very similar, well, that raises my confidence level in that data. And then, of course, even once you have the data, you still have to know how to interpret it. So my mother was talking about, oh, yeah, there's been like 3,500 people that have died after getting the vaccine. Yeah, but there have been, 160 million people that have gotten the vaccine. Out of 160 million people, for 3,500 of them to die within, a couple of months afterwards, or, within a couple of months, that's probably typical, especially when, the people given the vaccine first have been the elderly and those with other health concerns anyway. So if you look at that group, just statistically, you'd almost expect there to be that many deaths. So, about the safety of we are even having dancing, happy commercials on TV urging everyone to vaccinate. It's really kind of funny. I have no concerns at all about. I mean, I wouldn't say no concerns. I mean, no medicine is completely safe. I mean, aspirin can cause a reaction in some people, and we know it does. I mean, young children given aspirin is a no-no, right? Something as innocuous as aspirin, right? I mean, so you don't even hardly hear about aspirin anymore. It's Tylenol and ibuprofen, right? So, no matter what the medicine is, it's not 100% safe. We know that. But it seems to me that it has to be, the weighing of the risks and the benefits. And, but that's something also that on the other side, so people compare, oh, well, if you get the virus, if you're not, guess we'll find out very soon. Yeah. If you get the virus, then, the chances of dying are such and such, the chances of going in the hospital are such or such, as chances of long-term complications are so and so, right? Where, but if you get the vaccine, those chances are much, much lower. What they don't tell you is, or what they don't talk about is the chances of getting the virus are not all that high. What the average in the communities is only about, what is it? I think at the most it was around 10% in America. That they tested the population only about 10%. I think it was more generally closer to 5 or 6%. So the chances of getting the virus are only 5 or 6%. But if you get the vaccine, if you get that shot in your arm, you absolutely have the vaccine in you. So that's 100%, right? So, so let's say that bad effects from, I heard 400 people have died from receiving vaccine only, a small amount, but still. Now, I mean, I don't know. We're not quoting sources and so on, and because this isn't an intellectual debate about the vaccines and so on, but 4,000 people have died from receiving. Now, from receiving implies that the vaccine caused it, and I think that was probably a misstatement. 4,000 people have died after receiving the vaccine. Now, those are two different things. I mean, the words, and in some interpretations can be almost the same interpretation, but they mean, really, if you look at them carefully, two different things. Dying from the vaccine, right, means the vaccine caused their death. Dying after taking the vaccine means, well, yeah, like I said, if you have 160 million people, a bunch of them are going to die just naturally. From traffic accidents, from an embolism, or whatever. So and people and news shows and so on often are not careful enough about the way they state the information. They take a fact and then they, especially the media, tends to put it in the most shocking terms that they can, because that's what's going to get the viewers, right? It's getting to the point from the branch Covidians that the message is get the jab or else. Yeah. I mean, yeah, like I said, every medicine from aspirin on up, I mean, or even vitamin supplements, you can't just take those without thinking. So to require it is, yeah, going too far. But I mean, what they need to do is really give the people the absolutely the best, most accurate, most up-to-date information about the risks of both choices, about the risk of not getting the vaccine compared to the risk of getting the vaccine, right? That's what they really, and then people can choose for themselves. The trouble is, there are a lot of people that, get something in their mind. They and this is I'm no psychologist, psychiatrist or anything, but there's this thing, like the first information we get tends to stick with us. So if we hear the vaccine is dangerous, then after that, we tend to believe that. And then after that, we need an abundance of counter facts in order to overturn our first impression. First impression, we talk about that with people. First impressions are really important, and that's true with the information that we get too. seems to be the case. Again, I'm not quoting sources, so um, let's see. I ate mushrooms and greens with sunlight. Oh, I've had COVID. I had COVID at the beginning of the year. Only had a headache. Ate mushrooms and greens with sunlight. Yeah, but Brian, you're not 60 years old, right? Yeah, and we've seen this also. With the every year the flu. Every year the flu. I mean, it's like it's a small number, but like 1/10 of 1% of the people that get the flu. So like 1 in 1,000, or maybe it's 1 in 10,000. I can't remember. Um, the people that get just the regular flu die, right? And there are others who get the flu, and it's like, oh, I'm not feeling in top form today, but I guess I'll be okay. And same virus, so it's not necessarily. I mean, that's has something to do with people's individual body chemistry, and I mean, yeah, underlying health concerns, general overall level of health, and so on. Those things all make a big difference. Um, but still, you could have two 30-year-olds, both of them both of them healthy, like maybe not professional athletes, but they're active and eat a decent balanced diet and so on, and don't have major health concerns, and yet one could get the same virus as the other, and they both get the same virus, and one could be severely affected by it and the other one barely knows that they have it, or be even asymptomatic. That's a thing, right? You have a cold or the flu or the coronavirus, and you don't even have symptoms, or the symptoms are so mild that you just say, oh, I must be a little tired today, right? So yeah, it depends a lot on the individual, right? That's exactly my 5-minute speech there that's what it is. It depends a lot on the individual. Yeah, sometimes it's best to be concise and simple, right? Yours is very minor. Yeah, well, my illnesses are always minor, right? Even if they're life threatening, they're mine, so they're minor illnesses. Right? Yes. Okay. Now, so I always have to be careful when I go out drinking, because they're not allowed to serve minors, right? But still, they serve me. May get ornery someday in tournament. Hey, this guy served me, and I'm a minor, right? I'm only 40, and I work for a moving company. Okay, all right, yeah. Again, so those are factors that are in your favor. Yeah, that should help. That should help. But again, another 40-year-old that's works a physical job, and active and so on, good health, might not be nearly as lucky as you were, Brian. So and yeah, I wish I was 40. Yeah, wish I was 40. Yeah, 40 was pretty nice. 40 was pretty nice. Um, a lot of things about being 40 was nice. There's my exercise. Yep, you definitely get, yeah. Yeah, and you've been probably, a moving company. Yeah, moving company. Yeah. Movers, delivery people, like the UPS, DHL, whatever the local parcel post is in your area there. I mean, those people running around, carrying packages. Some of them are like huge boxes that are very light if they come from Amazon, right? You ever get? I mean, obviously everybody uses Amazon, right? Just totally bizarre. You get a box, that will just barely fit in your arms. It's so big, and inside there's something that would almost fit in your shirt pocket, right? It just doesn't make sense. Just got, what was it? We got some tiny little thing from Amazon the other day, and it came in a box yay big, broader than my shoulder, and inside there was something about the size. It wasn't toothpaste, but it was about the size of a tube of toothpaste. It was just ridiculous. Logistics workers, that's right. Yep. You're a brute. I thought you were a Brian. No, brute. Et tu brute. No. Okay, cool. Yeah, definitely builds up. I mean, your entire body, right? You're using your legs a lot. hopefully when you're lifting, you're using your legs a lot. You're using your back muscles, your arm muscles. Yeah, it's good. Lawn care workers wasn't affected either. Ah, yeah. Yeah, getting lawn care workers are getting a lot of vitamin D from the sunshine, right? Um, yeah, a doctor that I listen to a lot is really big on vitamin D. Um, Another person that I listen to is not really sold on the huge benefits of vitamin D. He doesn't necessarily think it's such a major factor with COVID. But yeah, vitamin D definitely has a big effect on our general immunity. So therefore, it seems, by just by extrapolation, just by continuing that thought, you would think that vitamin D would definitely help. Certainly, have no reason to think that it would hurt with the vitamin D or with the COVID. Yeah, but a little extra vitamin D is not going to hurt. Not huge amounts, but yeah, yeah. Let's see. Vitamins and mushrooms is key. Mushrooms is a key component to fight the Spanish flu. Yeah. Mushrooms. A lot of different kinds of mushrooms. I say with a gleam in my eye. Yeah. Yeah, I remember mushrooms. And Japan, Japan has great mushrooms, the shiitake mushrooms. um, Yeah, the shiitake mushrooms are great. The typical Japanese mushroom, but yeah, in Japan they've got the inoki, eringe, shiitake, matsutake, kikurage. They've got all these different kinds of mushrooms, um, and yeah, I mean, I remember not magic mushrooms. Magic mushrooms, now those are good for you. Yeah. They're magic, right? Yeah. On Amazon Prime TV, there's a documentary called Fantastic Fungi. Check it out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think of Portobello. Yeah, Portobello. Yep, yep. Um, but when I was young, the theory, the thought, or the prevailing thought, at least in my area, was that mushrooms weren't all that big of a deal nutritionally. They were basically, mostly water and a little bit of fiber, and not all that much nutrition to them. And of course, things have changed a lot since then. We've become a lot more aware of all the benefits, or some of the benefits we've become aware of that mushrooms have. And they're a lot of fun, and they taste wonderful. Yeah, I mean, great taste. I mean, yeah, mushrooms are like I said, there's so many different kinds of mushrooms, and the mushrooms, the Japanese matsutake, um, generally found in a pine forest. They can be grown, but the most prized ones, of course, are the natural ones, and those can be quite large, um, and quite expensive. I mean, $100, $150 for one mushroom. Yeah, seriously, they're that expensive, and people do all kinds of things with them. They'll thinly slice them and roast them, almost like a yakiniku, like a grilled piece of meat. Um, they'll make them into a type of tea, right? Especially the little bits and pieces. You slice them up in little bits and pieces. You scrape those all up and put them into a teapot. Because it's the aroma. That's really, of course, aroma is a big part of flavor of anything, right? But yeah, so the tea is particularly good. The hot water, and the aroma from the tea is really quite pleasant. Mushrooms are being studied on Alzheimer's patients. Cool. That would be nice if mushrooms were key. Green and jasmine tea. Yeah. Jasmine tea, technically, jasmine tea can be based on a green tea. I mean, to be jasmine tea, you just have to basically add jasmine flowers to almost any tea. Uh, I think originally or traditionally it was green tea, but also the black teas infused with the jasmine flowers have also become popular here. Ginger, yes, ginger. Yeah, the Japanese use ginger to a certain extent, quite a bit. Philippines uses ginger a lot. Yeah, ginger is great. Ginger and its close relative turmeric. They're both similar looking kind of root spices and so on. Turmeric is really really important, and my wife uses it in a lot of her cooking. Adds a little teaspoon of or up to a tablespoon of turmeric, depending on the thing. Depending on the dish. Um, Even things like fried chicken, you can put it in there because actually it's quite nice because turmeric, the power of turmeric is released. It needs oil to be absorbed by the body. So things like fried chicken and so on that are fried in oil, that's good. Heating the turmeric also helps to get the turmeric going. And then black pepper, simple black pepper, also multiplies the effect of turmeric. So all these things. Be right back. Blooming teas. Yeah, blooming teas. Were you the one that was telling me about the tea? Oh, yeah, just a bunch of flower tea that comes in bulbs and they bloom in the tea. Yeah, you told me about that before. Yeah, those sound really interesting. I need to get, well, I do have one um, clear glass French press uh, coffee or tea maker, a French press pot. So I could use that because it is clear glass. But my standard teapot is a white ceramic. Check out the website. Yes, I will do that. Yeah, I meant to do that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to mark this down real quickly. There we go. I put it in my search thing, so I will remember. Flowering tea. Oh, yeah. Flowering tea or blooming tea consists of a bundle of dried tea leaves wrapped around one or more dried flowers. Yeah. Okay, cool. Alrighty. Yep, I will definitely check that out. Maybe even put in an order. It does sound intriguing. I do like tea. I really do. I started out when I lived in the States, I never drank hot tea. And still, most hot black teas I don't really care for. I like Earl Grey. It's got that bergamot aroma to it and that does it for me. That's good. That helps a lot. But green teas, I love green teas and herbal teas. I drink all kinds of herbal teas. Whether I buy them from the famous Celestial Seasonings or the equivalent of some other companies like that, or they have these pre-blended things. The cranberry green tea is really good. Oh, never tried that. Cranberries are not well known in Japan. I think cranberry bushes need colder weather, and the areas in Japan where they would have that, I don't know, just not. That hasn't been a part of their food culture, I guess. So cranberries are not unknown, but they're not very well known. You can find them once in a while, bags of frozen cranberries. Costco is the best place to try and find it. We do have Costco's over here, so imported from America and so on. Yeah. Do you see the pic of the flower in the teapot? I just typed in the search thing, and in the search thing it showed. No, it's not. It shows an opened flower sitting on a plate, I guess, and then the closed looks like almost like a flower bud, sitting next to it. But I didn't actually Um, tea bloom. Oh, there it is. I can open that quickly. Tea bloom. Oh, wow. Wow. I may have to buy one of those sets, the glass teapot and the whole kit and caboodle for my wife. I'm sure that she would appreciate that. I mean, it looks nice to me. Um, but $69 Buckingham Palace teapot. Oh, I don't know if I need to go Buckingham Palace, but celebration complete blooming tea set. That's more expensive than Buckingham Palace. But oh, interesting. Twin Harmony XL two-piece set double wall mugs. Oh, okay, yeah, the double wall mugs, those are nice. Yeah. And clear plastic. Oh, yeah, this is interesting. This is very interesting. Thank you for that. Yeah, I meant to. I just got the small glass teapot. Okay, the tea is delicious. Yep. Um, yeah, you mentioned it before, and I intended to search for it, but getting old, it slipped my mind before I actually got the search. That's why I typed it into the search right away this time, so it'll be there. It'll also be in my search history, so all kinds of ways I can remind myself that way. So yeah. Yep, I know that she would. Yeah, that's a good idea. Um, her birthday's in October. That's a long way away. But maybe not much coming up before that, is there? Not here anyway. Mother's Day. I'll give it to her. I could either give it to her as a very, very early birthday present or a very late Mother's Day present. I don't know. She is a mother, right? So yeah. Oh, okay. Alrighty. Let's see what else is going on in the world. Had to do a spot check on my dinner. Okay, no worries, no worries. You could just get it because you love her. Yeah, I do that. I do that all the time. Now, this is a real danger for me. I mean, I'm the kind of guy that if I want to give somebody something, I think, oh yeah, this would be a great Christmas gift or this would be a great birthday gift. But if that special occasion, if that Christmas or birthday or whatever is not coming up quickly, I'll just buy it and give it to them, because it's just, oh, I want you to have this. And then it comes around to their birthday and it's like, shit, what am I gonna get? Because I got, I already, when I find it, I buy it and I give it. And so then when it comes to that special day, then it's like, well, I got nothing left, Went to the well and it's empty, yeah. It's like, why deprive them of the joy, especially something that they're going to use for a period of time, like the teapot and so on. That can cook a romantic dinner. Yeah. If you've tasted my cooking and then tasted my wife's cooking, you'd understand why I don't cook very much. It's not that I'm a bad cook. My wife is I mean, I always brag on her because I mean that is one of the many things that she does really well. She's just an excellent cook. Yeah. Like when you were a child, give her coupons for helping her. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think it says love like a smoked brisket. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, if it's something that the person is going to be able to use for a long time, then or use for any period of time. Yeah, get it in their hands. The earlier, the better. I think. Fine. You shake and bake. I mean, the things I cook that she likes, are things that she's unfamiliar with. So Mexican food or Tex-Mex, things like that, which I'm from Iowa, so Tex-Mex is a foreign food to me too. But so a good pot of chili. I have my own ideas about making chili. I used to make pizza quite a bit. Make up the dough and the sauce myself and so on, and that's pretty good too. But if I do say so myself, at least I enjoy my own pizzas very much. and sloppy joes, Maid-Rites, whatever you want to call them. They used to call them Maid-Rites in school. I guess they wanted to get away from the name Sloppy Joes. And the restaurants are called Sloppy Joes. But I make those up, and everybody seems to really like those. Never go wrong with pizza. Um, yeah. I've had pizza that I would say went wrong. I didn't make it, but I mean, to me, pizza, the toppings are important, of course, but if the crust, if the bread crust is not good, then the pizza is not going to be very good. And I've had pizza crusts that were even homemade pizza crusts that they just didn't quite get it right. Sloppy Joes are great. Yeah, Sloppy Joes. Love those things. Used to make them every once in a while, and I should make them sometimes too, especially when like today. That's what I should be doing now instead of this broadcast. I should be cooking something because my wife is at work, um, and I'm here at home. So, but like I said, it's hard to get motivated to cook when I know that anything that she cooks is going to be so delicious. But yeah, for her benefit, I do like to do that once in a while. Peanut butter jelly time, yeah. That's yeah. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are not a thing in Japan. They're really not. I mean, jelly. I mean, you're most often going to see people putting a spoonful of jelly, mixing it in with their yogurt or something like that. You buy the plain yogurt and then adorn it with, a scoop of jelly or a little bit of honey or, whatever you do in your yogurt, right? I like plain, I like that, a little bit of sourness to the yogurt. I like sour things. I like pickles. I like sauerkraut. I like fermented things. Um, but yeah, peanut butter and jelly it's not unknown. In fact, I've even seen the peanut butter and jelly, where they do that where it's like in the jar, it's peanut butter and jelly. Yeah. Have you had Japanese Wagyu A5 since you've been in Japan? Oh yeah. Not often. It's so expensive. Um, it's just really ridiculously expensive. Um, but actually, recently we found a place where uh, it's kind of like a wholesale place, and there it's a little less expensive. Um, although they don't have it in small portions, uh, so it's still expensive when you buy it. Um, but yeah, I mean, yeah, the Japanese Wagyu, and yeah, I finally tried it. It is expensive, but it was so good. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, the Wagyu, the often referred to as Kobe beef. Actually, what's interesting, in Japan, it's often called Kobe beef. Kobe, as you know, is a city not too far from Osaka, very international, and so on. And so it has a lot of these, you know, uh, sorry about that. The connection was lost. Um, although I was connected strongly to the internet, all my signals were strong here, so I don't know what it was. Anyway, I'm back. Yeah, I came back. I came back. Um, anyway, so this I was talking about Kobe beef, which you may or may not know, very famous beef in Japan. But actually, it's only the last what is it? The last few months that it's actually the cattle are actually fed the final stages in Kobe. It's mostly raised here in Kyushu in the neighboring prefecture called Miyazaki. So this Miyazaki beef, right, is the source of the Kobe beef, the most famous beef in Japan. Um, and and we're right next door. So this Kumamoto beef from the Aso Kusasenri, the from the grassy areas on Mount Aso and so on. The Akagegyu, the red-haired beef cattle that are raised here are quite popular. We also have the kuroge, right? Yeah, so they've got the black-haired beef and the red-haired beef and so on, and it's all it's all pretty darn good. In fact, even though it's so much cheaper, to be honest, I basically my wife and I never buy American beef. I mean, they import it, tons of it, literally tons of it, is coming into the country every day, but we generally don't buy it. We don't buy the Aussie beef either. Again, it's cheap. We just one the quality of the Japanese beef is really good. The taste of the Japanese beef is really good, and in my little, you know, the little green man on my shoulder, telling me to think green and so buy locally. I try to do that as much as possible. Brian's in Texas. We should have great beef. Yeah, definitely. Um, yeah, Texas. I mean, yeah, quantity. Iowa beef. I mean, that's where I grew up in Iowa, and it's. I was so surprised. I was watching some show like The Price is Right, or some show, or maybe it was Wheel of Fortune or something, and one of the prizes was Iowa beef. I didn't even know that was a thing. In Iowa, all the beef is Iowa beef. That's all we get, right? Why would you import beef if you're in Iowa? Like, if you're in Texas, why would you import beef if you're in Texas? I guess if it's Wagyu, yeah, it'd be worth it, but. Yeah, but I was so surprised, corn-fed Iowa beef. Yep, that's all I used to ever eat. Omaha steaks is a joke. Omaha, yeah. Iowa and Texas both great beef. Yep, yep. Yeah. Um, yeah, Iowa, I mean, we grow the corn right there to feed, so that's, that used to be, you know, the standard. When we're talking, 50 years ago when I was small, my friends who were farmers, and there were a lot of them where I lived, live on the farm, and they raise cattle and they raise corn and soybeans, right? They raise cattle for beef, they raise milk cows, they raise chickens for eggs and so on. Self-sufficient farm. And they sell off the surplus, right? They sell off the milk, they sell off the corn, excess corn, but they use the corn themselves, grind it up, and feed it to their own livestock and so on, pigs and so on. Yeah, I get boxes of steaks sometimes from Texas. Wow, that'd be nice. Yeah, Brian, you can send me a box of steaks sometimes. I won't turn my nose up at some Texas steaks. Yeah. Yeah, but like I said, I do try to buy locally as much as possible. I mean, a little bit of the motivation of me living here in Kumamoto, uh, the water is good here. So, they've got good rice. I don't really eat rice anymore, or very, very seldom. Sushi is about the only time I eat rice. Um, but the vegetables and fruits here are all top notch. In fact, in history, there was a guy that became rich by growing and buying up as many of the oranges, the small Japanese, like they're like a mandarin orange, um, buying all those up and taking them to Tokyo because they were high quality, and he was one of the few that got his crops of mandarin oranges to Tokyo, and he became rich overnight doing that. Yeah. Snake River Farms, Crowd Cow are my go-to sites. Go-to sites. Okay. Yeah. Um, but yeah, I try to buy, there's, the Japanese equivalent of McDonald's is Moss Burger. I don't know if you have Moss Burgers over there. I don't know if it's gone international. But yeah, Moss Burger is uh, is a originally Japanese uh, brand of fast food restaurant, and what I really like about Moss Burgers, I have been to Moss Burgers a couple of times in the last couple of years. I don't eat fast food very much. Kentucky, I do love chicken, and Kentucky, but most fast foods, the hamburger joints and so on, I generally don't go to. But yeah, this Moss Burger, they locally source all their vegetables. So the tomatoes, the lettuce, and so on that go into the onions that go into their hamburgers, the toppings, and so on are all locally sourced. So they're all grown here in Kumamoto or very close by, right? In fact, yeah, in fact, they will put on the wall, the farmers' names where they got. Oh, the lettuce was grown by so and so, and the onions were grown by so and so, right? I really like that. Promote the local economy, cut down on the transportation costs and the fuel used to ship things back and forth. That seems like a big waste. So I really like that. Um, Most of our fruits and vegetables, most of them, not all by any means, but most of the fruits and vegetables that we buy, there's a little supermarket, not a supermarket, there's a little greengrocer right across the street. And almost everything there is, again, locally grown, lemons. The lemons, Japanese lemons, Kumamoto lemons are a little bit different. They're usually larger and a little bit softer. I've noticed that, but they're very juicy. Even the skin is a little bit thicker. The lemon peel, the lemon rind is a little bit thicker and softer, and but the it's very juicy and good lemon flavor. Um, those have been relatively recent. 30 years ago, you almost, and still today, the majority of lemons that you find are imported, mostly from Chile or America. Um, a lot of Chilean lemons here. Uh, Another thing, like limes, basically, you can't find uh, homegrown limes in Japan. Very rarely. Somebody might have a few trees, and what they don't give away or sell to their friends or whatever. Once in a while, you'll find a few of those, but mostly the limes come from Mexico, and the avocados also mostly from Mexico. But so those are things that we buy at the supermarket. But our little um, greengrocer across the street has almost only very locally grown things. So we really like to go there. Uh, well, okay, they do have avocados that are imported, like I said, bananas from the Philippines. So it's not, they're not claiming, and I don't mean to imply that the only things that they sell there are local fruits and vegetables, but the huge majority of what they offer is local. Yeah, and I like to buy that. Um, yeah. In fact, the guy, it's the guy has a big panel van, and he'll drive around to the local farmers and pick up his order, collect it. So there's not a lot of overheads. It's reasonably priced. Definitely saves me the gas of going around and trying to go to all these farmers markets or go to the farmers themselves and so on. So it's really nice. I appreciate it. Well, this is, I know I'm a little early, and Saturday is not my regularly scheduled, or sorry, Friday evening for you guys. I bought my home partly because the grocery was across the street. We didn't start moved out. Oh no, that is disappointing. Yeah, yeah. Uh, yeah, in Japan, Yeah, location is key. I mean, the same structure, the same home, the same size, the same square foot, the same contractor, whatever, depending on the location, it's just, immensely different. Um, Japanese are particularly interested in mass transit. So if you're within a reasonable distance, for example, 5 to 10 minute walk from a train station, because they use passenger trains a lot here. And especially, like on longer trips, of course they have expressways and so on. But being able to take the train is just such a relief. You can just sit back and get there a lot quicker because the trains run it's 250 miles an hour, so even I don't drive that fast. So you definitely get there quicker and more refreshed because you haven't been behind the wheel for hours and hours and so on. So being close to a train station is very important here in Japan. Schools, of course, for people that have school-age children or are planning families and so on, being close to schools is important. Children here, from not from nursery school, of course, but basically from first year, their first year of elementary school, they basically walk to school, and I mean, it's safe enough that they can do that. And generally, there's the neighborhood arranges. The neighborhood, they communicate with each other pretty well. The neighborhood has set this up, for years and years and years, has already been in place, but when, they are aware of, when a new, like you did a long time ago. Yeah. When the neighborhood becomes aware that, okay, this kid is now, it's, they're going to be going to school. They let, the older children know, okay, you got a new one, right? Be sure that you go and wait for them, and make sure that they, so there's usually, like a fourth or fifth or sixth grade student in the group, because obviously naturally, neighborhoods have a variety of ages of children. And so the older one is like the one responsible for that little group and so on, and make sure that everybody gets there on time, and everybody walks to school together. So it's not like, the kids walk to school, without parental supervision, but they are always in a group. And the groups that I've observed are generally at least 5 or 6 kids in a group, at least 5 or 6 kids in a group. And so there's some safety there, I mean, there's a lot of safety there. I mean, start out with it not being nearly as dangerous in Japan. But then, a group of 5 or 6 kids, people aren't going to, it's unlikely anybody, even with bad intentions, is going to try something with a group of children that large, right? Never had any parental supervision. Yeah. Yeah. Parental supervision. I mean, I lived outside of town, and so I rode the school bus for several years. Yeah, I rode the school bus, and I don't know how it worked, but I was so lucky. It was a rather long bus route, but I was the last one to be picked up, the last one or the second to the last one to be picked up going to school. And then for some reason, they went the opposite way around, and I was the first one to be let off going home. And so that was great, and so, I wasn't on the bus for very long. It was only what, a 20-minute, 30-minute bus ride, well, less than that. Yeah, probably 20 minutes. And so that was really nice. But then I got to be older in junior high school at some time. They changed the bus route, and it was the opposite. I was going to be early on the bus and have to ride the bus for an hour and a half. And I didn't like that very much. But fortunately, my mother started working about that time. I guess she figured I was old enough and so decided to go back to work. And so she went to work in the morning. I would ride along with her to school, and so I never really had to ride the bus that far. But walking, yeah, I never lived within walking distance. And bicycling, it was doable, but I was in the country. These were gravel roads, and there was not a lot of traffic, but then again, people tended to drive a little bit too fast there, and bicycles were not a highly recommended way to get to school from my area. Yeah. Of course, from the time I was 14, I was driving to school. Yeah, from 14, at least in Iowa, I don't know where it is other places, but from 14, you can get a learner's permit. And so that meant that with my parents, I could learn to drive by having them beside me while I was driving. And so I would drive from home to school with my mother, and then she would get out, or I would get out, and she would take the car to her work, which she really liked because she never liked to drive. Farmer boy kids got to drive early. Yeah, I mean, tractors. I mean, you didn't even. Technically, you're supposed to be a licensed driver if you were driving on the road, but these country roads, there were never, there were never the county deputies and so on were rarely on the county roads, and basically they knew that a 12, 14-year-old kid on a tractor, they've been taught how to drive a tractor by their parents, and it's really no more dangerous for them to be driving along the side of the road on one of those country roads than out in the field, and it was legal for them to drive in the fields, so they never said anything about it. Yeah, Iowa, 14 you get the learner's permit. At 15 you could get a special license that was only valid between your home and school, and only between like 7 o'clock in the morning until 7 o'clock at night or something like that. So you couldn't go driving, to some other town with your friends or something like that. But you could drive between home and school. Basically, that's what I did. So from the time I was 15, actually, when I was 15, I was still driving my mother's car, and so I would do the same thing that I did when I was 14, and she'd drop, I'd get out of the car and she'd take it. But then at 16, I got my own car, because at 16, you're a fully licensed driver, or you can be a fully licensed driver in Iowa. And so I had my own car and started driving myself. Yeah, that was so common. I mean, yeah, the parking lot at the high school is just huge. It doesn't look like anyone else is going to show up for the game. Yeah. Yeah, it's too bad. But that's all right. If nobody else shows up, I mean, 10 o'clock, I was kind of thinking that people might start looking for me about this time. What was your first ride? Let's see. The first thing that I ever drove, actually drove, was a John Deere tractor. And then after that, there was an old Chevrolet pickup truck that I drove a little bit. And then my dad was a big AMC, American Motors fan. And let's see. That was the first thing, actually. The first car that I drove myself, my first ride, was an AMC Rambler. Chevy C10. I can't remember. I was like, 12 years old. Excuse me, 12 years old when I was driving that thing. It was before I had my license. Again, this was my mom and dad teaching me to drive. It's just, like, we lived, like I said, out in the country, so it was just on our little roads right around our house and so on, where I was learning to drive that. The tractor, I was out doing work, of course, and so on. we didn't have a big farm, but there was things to do, and I could drive the tractor. So that's how I learned. So the manual transmission was nothing for me. Yeah, mine was a 2001 Dodge Ram 4x4. 2001. By 2001, I've already been in Japan for 13 years. um, had to save tips from waitressing for 2 years to get that car. Oh, 67 Mustang. Wow. Four on the floor and a 289. Holy smokes, the 67. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so I was 7 years old when it came out, so it wasn't anything to me at that time. But yeah, later, yeah, the 67. Had a friend of mine whose father bought a used Mustang. Um, I don't know, maybe it was going through a midlife crisis. I don't know, but that was such a nice car. But none of us ever got to drive it, and rarely even got to ride in it. Because I mean, it's a Mustang, not really a family car. That was his car. Uh, yeah, Mustang. My cousin had a what was it? I think it was a I think it was a 72, 73 Mustang GTO. Um, yeah, I remember him taking me out in that thing and showing me how he could, burn rubber in that thing. Yeah. Growing up, my dad had a Nova. Okay. I had to get it because the boy I liked had a fastback and I wanted him to like me. There you go. Right? The best way to a young man's heart is through his car. That's right. Yeah. Love the Chevelle. Okay. Um, yeah, what was, I mean, like I said, my muscle cars. I mean, I had uh, probably the car that that I drove the heck out of was Pontiac Le Mans. It had the 350, the 350 two barrel in it, and um, my dad, I don't know why he got that for me. He got a really good deal on it, and he knew that I would really like it, and so yeah. I can't even remember the year. Uh, that's it. I had to get it become an orphan. So I got my license at 15, but my dad showed me to drive at 8 years old in a 1951 Pontiac. My first car was a 63 T-Bird convertible. Okay, cool. Lorenzo, another Texan, if I'm not mistaken. Muscle cars are still awesome. Yeah, yeah. T-Bird convertible. Yeah. Yeah. T-Birds and Camaros. Yeah, those are always, I mean, yeah. For some reason, I don't remember anybody who had a T-Bird. Several people had the Camaros. Um, it seemed like there was one guy, but he wasn't a friend of mine. And he was a year or two older than me. Um, yeah, I think he had a T-Bird, but I had a couple of friends that had Camaros. Yeah. Hello from Corpus Christi. Yeah. Yeah, I had one guy had a Camaro. It was a beater Camaro. I think he inherited it from his older brother or whatever, and um, it it didn't have reverse. So he had to be careful, when he was driving, when he was parking or whatever, to make sure that he could pull out and forward because, somehow, and it was a beater and he didn't have the money to get it fixed or whatever, but it didn't have reverse. And then he was out with a bunch of, there were a bunch of kids out and, they were, where were they? They were doing donuts, spinning, burning rubber, and doing the donuts in the parking lot, and uh, it slipped a little bit, and he slammed into a post at the edge of the parking lot. And amazingly, it didn't do too much damage. And in fact, he got reverse back after that. It knocked something back into place, and he got reverse. He got his reverse back. My brother pulled an old Volvo panel truck out of an orange grove, and I diamond tucked his dash and door panels. The truck turned out awesome. Wow. An old Volvo panel truck. Interesting. AMC made good cars. Management run that company. Yeah, AMC made decent cars. I mean, they made some weird things. A friend of mine had a Gremlin. Remember the Gremlin? That was a weird looking car. I mean, it drove fine. It drove okay. But that was a weird looking car. And then my uh I didn't have money for a car, and somehow my old car, it was just I'd driven it, my Pontiac Le Mans, I'd driven it for years and years and years, just drove it into the ground, and asked my dad if he could help me out with a car, and he found a AMC Pacer. You remember the Pacer? Javelin. Yeah, Javelin was a great car. Absolutely. Yeah. Never had one. Always tried to talk dad into buying one. Yeah, Javelin, that's a nice car. Let's get one of those. Never got a Javelin. Yeah. They only made 1963 convertible. I owned one straight from the showroom. Looked like the Batmobile. Cool. Cool. Excellent. Yeah, I'd love that. But yeah, javelins were excellent cars. The Rambler was your good, basic, 4-door sedan, family car. It was fine. Um, yeah, Gremlins were weird. The Pacer was, I mean, it was actually, I mean, it wasn't very fuel. It was a small car because it was short, but it was wide. If you don't remember, it was wide. It was as wide as a full size car, but as short as the smaller car, as a small car, right? So it was just really weird. Had a lot of glass, um, so you could actually see out of it pretty well. Um, but it looked as weird as anything and didn't get very good gas mileage. Hatchback, yep, yep, yeah. All right, so we've got three people here now. There's a four-seater. Yeah, yep. The Pacer was a four-seater. Yeah, small four-seater. Um, that was didn't didn't use the back seats very much. Had a girlfriend at the time. It was basically her and I getting around. Yeah, Takara, wherefore art thou, Takara? Yeah. Um, yeah, Takara, black uke, and had a bunch of there's Raj and Jeeves were here the other day, and Maple and yeah, we had a bunch of people here the other day. Even without Takara, we had one, two, three, four, five, six. We had seven people at one point. Yeah, May 5th. Yeah, at least my time. So May 4th in the evening, your time. Um, yeah, I had 5 to 7 people for 2 games and no Takara in either one. So we could play without her. 1949 Plymouth Pickup was a classic. Plymouth Pickup. Interesting. Well, it's a Friday and people are going out. Now. The pandemic isn't over yet. It's not time to be going out doing dangerous things. Be safe. I did so horrible in the first round, but redeemed myself in the second round. Yes, yes, you did. Yep. No, that was the time before that. Yeah, that was the time before that. Um, that's when Takata was here. But no, I played on May 5th. I played a game. I played 2 games. Um, that was Tuesday night your time, and yeah, and neither none of my radio share was there, right? Yeah, share was there and won the second game, right? That's the game where Cher won the second game and Lindsay Love came in second. Jeeves came in third, but Jeeves never gave me his email address, so I wasn't able to send him his certificates. It was my mom's birthday. Oh, okay, cool. My mom is 93 years young. Still ornery. In fact, I talked to her earlier today. She was complaining because she's been sleeping during the day and been awake at night. Somehow her sleep schedule got thrown off, so that's not good. But yeah, she was talking to her doctor. She has a mild case of diabetes. She doesn't have it severe at all, but she has been on diabetes medication. I can't remember which one she's on. Actually, 2 of them. One in the morning, it was like a gram of whatever it was, like the smallest dose available. And then at night, she takes the metformin, again, a small dose of metformin, which I actually approve of. Metformin, I've heard some good things about it. But anyway. I could only hope I would still be around at 93. Well, if I'm, yeah, being 93 is great. Yeah. Hello from Malmo. Oh, yes, JB, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to you, sir. Yes. Yeah, at 93, if I'm, doing as well as she is at 93, I'd be happy to still be here. I don't want to be here at any cost. I mean, it's not like, I'm one of those, quality of life over quantity of life, right? So if things get to a certain point, yeah, I'm ready to check out just anytime. But yeah, she's still great. You live in Japan, you'll live a good while. Well, I'm here now. I'm looking at going to the Philippines to retire. Of course, I have lived more than half of my life here in Japan, so at least I've got, a good healthy base, I guess. Although with my wife being a Filipina and cooking the delicious food that I always talk about, there's a little bit too much to me, a little bit more to me than there should be. And I got a extra, uh, got an extra set of tires around my waist, not just a spare tire. I've got a whole set. And but my numbers just got we do a health check here at the beginning of the school year at my university, and I got the numbers back, and basically they're pretty good. I mean, there are a couple of numbers that they flagged that said they're a little high. My cholesterol was a little bit high, not much, but a little bit high. And my blood pressure is good. It's like 116 over 73 or something like that. So my blood pressure is good. My cholesterol is a little high, but it's balanced. The low, the LDL and the HDL are in a good ratio. So that sounds good to me. Just eat more avocados. Yep. Avocados are good. I mean, yeah, we do pretty good. And I talked about my wife's cooking. She uses a lot of garlic. I mean, garlic and ginger are major components of a lot of Philippine dishes. And those are both healthy ingredients to add. Avocados are great. We eat a lot of avocados here. We add them to most of our salads and so on. Every once in a while, if we've got an extra avocado or two, we've bought more than we were able to use. She does this thing, you slice the avocado, or you cut it in half, take the stone out, and then cut the back off of it. So you've the avocado oil is really good. Happy Gora, welcome, welcome, welcome. So you got the hole in the avocado, right? And then you put that in the frying pan. Of course, it naturally releases oils from the avocado a little bit, so it's not going to stick. And then you put your egg into the hole, right? And so you got your fried egg, your sunny side up egg in the middle of your avocado. So it's really quite nice. A little bit of salt and pepper on top of that, and then you can just eat it with a fork like that, or what we do sometimes, toast up an English muffin, right, and sandwich that thick slice of avocado and egg between a couple of English muffins. And wow, I'm making myself hungry here. Yeah. All right. Well, let's see. So Happy Gora and JB are here. We've got Brian, Share, and Lorenzo was here for a while. I don't know if he's still around, which is enough people if you guys would like to play a game. I'm very happy to crank one up. Yes, from Pakistan. Yes, that's where I got my last batch of dates. I'm still working on those. My dates from Pakistan. Very good dates. Before, we've gotten them from farther west, and usually come so Turkish dates, or someplace in the Middle East. I can't remember now. Some from Turkey, I think. But yeah, the Pakistani dates are quite good. Of course, dates are popular all over the Middle East. And figs. Figs is something I haven't had in a while. I want to get myself some nice dried figs. I really like figs. High fiber, nice and sweet. I mean, it's like after a meal, you've just had a nice healthy meal, and it's like, wow, you'd love some dessert. A little dessert after a meal goes great, but you've had a healthy meal, and then to pile a slice of chocolate cake, or apple pie a la mode on top of that, or something like that, seems almost like a sin. But a couple of dates, or a nice fig, something like that. The sweetness, really, to me, that's a perfect dessert. I really like them, or for snacks, for that matter. Yeah, little afternoon energy boost. The natural sugars in the figs and the dates are really quite appreciated. I had planted avocado trees. We'll try them next year after they start fruiting. Yeah. What does it take? It takes 3 years, isn't it? I think 3 years after they're planted, for an avocado. 3 years or 5 years? I can't remember. 3 to 5 years for an avocado plant to start producing, I think. And then, yeah, okay, we'll play. That sounds good. Better than me blathering on about this, that, and the other thing. Okay, so let's do it. Let me see. I can find my presentation thing. 5 to 6 years. Okay, yeah, all right. 5 to 6. Yeah, I can't remember. There, different things we planted. I've actually got 2 coconut trees on my property in the Philippines. And there, I got the short ones. There are a couple of different kinds of, there are several different kinds of coconut trees, and the ones that I specifically got ones that they only grow to about, maybe 15 feet high, right? And or maybe even less than that, maybe 12 to 15 feet high is all the bigger that they get. Um, and they'll start producing coconuts right away. In fact, I just heard, haven't been able to be at my house in the Philippines because of the pandemic, but coconut doesn't grow in Islamabad. Oh, yeah, probably not enough water there. Coconuts are pretty water hungry. Avocado trees are going to be quite big. My uncle had one in his garden in Spain. Right. That's, yeah, good point. That's why we decided not to plant avocados in our, uh, you know, in our near our house because they're just a little bit too big. Um, we've got uh, we've got some banana plants. Uh, some people call them trees, but they're actually technically a plant. Banana plants. We've got a few of those. We've got papaya. Uh, we've got some cacao. Um, we've got lanka, which is what is lanka? Jackfruit. Sorry, jackfruit. We've got some jackfruit trees. Um, None of those get overly big, but we didn't plant mango or avocados because those trees tend to get bigger, and we thought more and more variety is better than just having one or two of the large ones. So anyway, everybody ready? Oh, I better get ready. Write you guys' names down here so that I've got this. I got Sharon, Brian, Lynn, and JB. Okay, so I've got your names down here, but I assume it takes a long time for it to become big. I had an avocado plant and it just looked like a thin stick. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's yeah, a tree. Um, and yeah, it can get pretty sizable. The other thing is there's a couple of different kinds of avocados, and one of them uh, is much easier, not necessarily to get it to grow up big and healthy, but because the male and female uh, trees, the timing is really quite tricky when they bloom. When the male releases the pollen and the female flowers are open, the timing is really tricky, and so a lot of people that try to raise them have a lot of difficulty. They don't have it's hard to have a successful crop because of the timing, but probably the ones that you have, yeah, probably the ones that you have are maybe the type that are easier to deal with. I don't know, but I'm not an avocado expert. I just love unless it comes to eating them, right? Yeah, papayas. Also the male and female. We were fortunate that we got a female, so papayas. I was so surprised to see papayas growing. I mean, I'm so used to fruit being on the branches, right? Fruit is supposed to be on the branches, but on papaya, the fruit is on the trunk of the tree. It's like, wow, that's interesting. And yeah, so if you're afraid it gets too big, you can cut it like a Japanese bonsai. There you go. Good idea. But then, yeah, can you imagine how small the fruits would be? All right. Okay, here we go. Let's play a friendly feud game here. All right. The first question coming. Oh, yeah, it's on the screen. Um, Open the curtains there. Everybody enjoy. Papaya hybrid grows fast. Yeah. Papaya grows, yeah, basically it grows pretty darn fast. Yeah, anyway, so Friendly Feud hosted by me. Question 1. Name an object considered to be good luck. So what's good luck? What type of things are good luck? Objects, right? Things that are good luck. Four-leaf clover, horseshoe. All right, those are two good items. Four-leaf clover, horseshoe. Okay, yeah, four-leaf clover, gotcha. Four-leaf clover and horseshoes are both well-known lucky objects. What else do you have that people might have that brings them good luck? Brian, did we lose Brian? Oh my goodness. Maybe he was checking on his dinner. Maybe he decided it was time to eat. He got tired of listening to me talk. A coin. Yes, you can have a happy happy Gora. You can have a lucky coin. That's right. You can have a lucky coin. Exactly. Okay. Brian. Oh, I feel bad now. Brian was here. He was like the first one to show up, and I think he just got hungry and decided to go eat. Come on, Brian, come back. Bring your food with you. All right. Well, okay. He likes starting out from a challenging position there. So let's see what the answers are. Four-leaf clover. Okay, so share with the four-leaf clover. 38 points for the four-leaf clover. Well done. Rabbit's foot, right? That's the one that I was waiting for. Brian would have got that one, I'll bet you. It's 38 points for rabbit's foot. Nobody got that. A horseshoe. There we go. Horseshoe. That was the second answer that came up. That was JB got horseshoe for only 14 points. Well, horseshoes are lucky. I thought they'd be bigger than that. And a penny, coin. That's right. A coin for Happy. 9 points. Okay, so nobody got the 38 for rabbit's foot. Okay, all right. So good first round. Let's see what happens in the second round. Name the worst job for someone with allergies. Name the worst job for someone with allergies, right? If you're allergic to a lot of things. Tree trimmer. Okay, yeah, that pollen's gonna get you, isn't it? If you're a tree trimmer. Okay, good. Yeah, you're outside. Yeah, that would be a bad job. Gardening. Okay, gardening. Exactly. Gardening. If you're a gardener, again, outside with the plants. Dust sweeper. Right. Yeah, if you're sweeping up, those kind of things, those are definitely gonna irritate your allergies. Did Brian come back? Is Lorenzo still here? I don't think so. All right. Well, that's okay. We'll see what the scores are. Brian, last chance? No. Lorenzo? No. Okay. All right. Here we go. Gardener, landscaper. Okay. So gardener. Now I'm wondering, is gardener and tree trimmer the same thing? You're working on your bonsai right now. Nice. Well, I ask only one guess per person unless there's a doubling up, right? And so now what I'm wondering is gardener and tree trimmer the same thing? And I'm kind of feeling that it is. Yeah, tree trimmer. I mean, tree trimmer. And that's basically, what do you do when you're gardening? You're trimming, but your gardening is more than that. And then landscaper is included in there. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to give share and Happy both 45 points for that. Because to me, tree trimming is, that's one of the major, at least here in Japan, when we call the gardeners to do the cleaning up around the house, to do the gardens, they're trimming the bushes, they're trimming the trees, that's a major part of it. So, okay. What else have we got here? Veterinarian. Okay, that makes sense, right? If you have dog or cat allergies and so on, right? Yeah, hair allergies, something. Florist. Pet groomer. Oh, so nothing about cleaning. That's interesting. All right. So yeah, like I said, the gardener landscaper, to me, that's tree trimmer, gardening, both apply there. I'll try to be more careful if I think that things are duplicated again. But all right. So after 2 rounds, JB has 14, Happy Gora has 54. And oh my goodness, Share has 83 points now. Okay, good start to this game. Let's see what question number 3 has for us. Name something a parent might limit their child's time using. Something a parent might limit their child's time using, right? Okay. Computer, right? You can only use a computer for 2 hours a day. Computer, okay, JB, you need a new answer. My general rule is that if somebody, the first person, okay, iPad, all right, so computer and tablet, okay, iPad being a type of tablet. Although I'm feeling that a tablet is really, I mean, it's almost, they refer to it as a tablet computer, don't they? I still kind of feel that maybe computer and iPad, iPad fits under the computer. I would suggest, JB, that you give another answer just to be sure. iPad. Okay, happy Sarah. Sorry. Yeah. iPad is going to be under, yeah, tablet again. That's the same. I think that's the same thing. So something different, not computer, not computer. And tablet is going to fall under computer. Okay. Xbox. Okay, yeah, the game. Okay, so Xbox or PlayStation and all those games. Okay, limit the child's use of those games. That's a good answer. And what else? Anything else? Yeah, happy. Can you come up with another answer? So computer is a good answer. Share's got that. Uh, Xbox or all the kind of video games, TV games, whatever you want to call them, PlayStation, Nintendo, whatever they are, all those are going to be the same. Anything else that that parents would want to limit how much a child could use that thing? I think happy. I can think of more. Yeah, I can think of a couple more myself. I think Happy's got some lag issues here. Um, it was quite a while. It was at least a minute after JB had input iPad that Happy also said iPad. So I think that he's dealing with a long time lag there. My twin grandson are here. I'm only for iPad. Twin grandsons are here only for iPad. Okay. Brian is there. TV. Welcome back, Brian. Welcome back, Brian. So Brian's got TV. Oh, wait, Brian, you got TV, so please take any more because phone is also sounds like a good answer. But so now phone is available for anybody that wants to do it. TV was your first answer, and so that's the one that I'm going to take from you. And phone. So happy if you have another answer, that would be good. Phone is available. Computer includes the iPad, tablet. So computer and video games and TV are the 3 answers that are taken right now. Yeah, I just think that, I think no other answer. Okay, all right. Then let's see what the survey said. TV jumps in 44 points in his first answer. Oh, this is looking familiar here. Okay. Computer. Okay, computer was the number 2 answer. It was the number 1 among our players here, but the number 2 answer among the survey, 26 good points. Video games. Okay, so the Xbox, etc. for JB is 12 points. And what else was there? Phone. Okay, so phone. Sorry, Brian, I'm not going to give you 10 points for that. Sorry. Let's see. Share over 100 points, 109 points now for share. Brian at 44, Happy at 54, 26 for JB. Okay, it's a good game. Yeah, definitely 44. Yeah, that's Brian. He likes to give everybody a head start, and then he gets really tough after that. Okay, here we go. Name a piece of information that's on every menu. Name a piece of information that's on every menu. A piece of information that's on every menu. Okay. The price, good. Beverage special, okay. Nutrition guide, okay. Corona. Once I said that, I think it's stupid. Nutrition guide. All right, everybody. So Corona, a piece of information that's on every menu. Yeah. These days, the coronavirus is probably on every menu. But made in Wyoming, yeah. I have a feeling this is probably pre-corona days, but that's okay. What you want to change your answer? Share. Everybody has given an answer now, so if you really want to change your answer, I'll allow that. No, that's not legal. All right. Disclaimer. Disclaimer. Yes. Good answer. I like it. Okay. Let's see. Prices. Okay. Prices. That was JB with a big 59 points. Good answer. Our biggest point item so far. Good job. Names of dishes. Okay. Yeah. I mean, sure. Yeah. You gotta know, what you're ordering, right? But they just put the prices on there without the names of what the food is. Okay. All right. These survey people. It's true. It's true. Name of the business. Okay. The name of the business. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. If you walk into a restaurant, probably the name of the restaurant is somewhere on the menu. That makes sense. Phone number or address. Wow. No beverage special. No nutrition guide. No disclaimer. Oh, wow. I mean, but you can't really argue with them. I mean, the name of the dishes are definitely, that's information that must be on every menu. The name of the business, pretty much so. The phone number and address, yeah, okay. It's true, I mean, a simple menu at a little mom and pop shop, that might be all that they have on there. Who knows? Okay. All right. But so big round for JB. JB now has 85 points and is in second place. Still 54 for Happy, 44 for Brian, 109 for Share. Okay. That was question 4. So question number 5. We're at question number 5. We're halfway through the game. Here we go. Where specifically would you most hate to find ants? Is this a hot dog stand? Where specifically would you most hate to find ants? In my pants. Kitchen. Okay. Ants in my pants. Yep. I mean, yep. That sounds like it could be the top answer with our survey people. Yeah. Okay. Sugar, in the sugar. Okay. Ants in the sugar. Yeah. Ants in the sugar. Ugh, yeah. Don't like that. Brian, you go back to eating, did you? Or are you lagging? Okay, so ants in my pants, ants in the kitchen, ants in the sugar. Thinking. Ants in your thinking? No, so ants. Ants in my pants. Ants in the kitchen. Ants in sugar. Ants in the laundry room. Yeah, good protein. Yes, they are. They are. But yeah, yeah. Most people just have problems with eating insects, right? Yeah. Okay, here we go. We got 4 good answers. We're ready to check. Kitchen. Kitchen is the number 1 answer. JB again. 39 more points for JB. Oops. Come on, pen. There we go. 39 big points for JB. Bed. Ants in your bed. Okay. Not an answer that, yeah, not an answer that came to my mind, but okay. Pants. There you go. 19 points. 19 points for share. Ants in the pants. Yeah. And picnic. Picnic. No laundry room. No sugar. Oh. They said bed, but not sugar. I mean, all right. These people have been eating crackers in bed. That's the problem, I guess, or eating cookies in bed, maybe, and that's why they answer. I don't understand. All right, but 2 people came up with answers. Um, JB now has, let's see, 124 points. Share, however, has 128 points. Share, you're still in the lead by 4 points. 44 for Brian, 54 for Happy. Okay. Headed into the second half of the game. Question number 6. Question number 6. Crap, I started typing that and I double guessed myself. Okay. Can't do that. Can't do that. All right, here we go. Name a reason why you'd get a blindfold. Name a reason why you'd get a blindfold. Wow. Sleep. Sun. Surprise party. Good answers all. Sleep, sun, surprise party, and any other answers? My first answer hasn't come up yet. The one that occurred to me first. It's just because I'm such a dark, twisted individual. But yeah, my answer hasn't come up yet. Pin the tail. Piñata. Shift worker. A rap on the head. Ah, okay. No, still my answer hasn't come up yet. My answer? Kidnapped. Put a blindfold on you because you've been kidnapped. My second answer is worse though. Firing squad. They give you a blindfold before the. So blindfold. All right. Yes. I'm sick. All right. Let's find out. Surprise party. Who said surprise party? Surprise. That was share. 50 big points. Extending your lead. Well done. Okay. Pin tail on donkey. That was share too. But you only get the one, right? Kidnap. See? I mean, I only got 18 points, but hey, there are twisted people just as twisted as I am, right? Okay. If Fire Squad is number 4, well, no. Okay. Piñata. Okay, there you go. Piñata. Brian. Brian, I feel sorry for you. No, I can't break the rules. Sorry. 44 for Brian. 54 for Happy. 124. What is this? Everybody has 4 except Share has 178. So Brian 44, Happy 54, JB 124. Right? You guys like your 4s. And 178 for Share. Okay, question number 7. 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 4 questions left. Here we go. Yeah, that was guessing it right. Yeah. Yep. Okay. All right, here we go. Question number 7. That's right. Name a meal that most people can make without a recipe. Name a meal that most people can make without a recipe? Recipe. What's a recipe? I never use a recipe. Sandwich, eggs, pasta. All good answers. Sandwich, eggs, and pasta are all sound like good answers. We could have a clean sweep. First clean sweep. Omelet. I have a feeling that omelet is going to be under eggs because you use eggs to make an omelet. I mean, eggs. So omelet and scrambled eggs are close enough that I think they probably all just went under the same thing there. So sandwich, good answer. Eggs, I think, is going to take over omelet. Pasta. So pasta would be, spaghetti, linguine, and so on, things like that. Boiled egg and omelet. That's true. Boiled eggs. My wife. Where's my wife? She's supposed to be at work. What's she doing? Oh no. Okay. All right, dear. Baritayo. Now I know that you're not at work. Okay. Where have you been? Let's see. Boiled, yeah, different. Yeah, boiled egg and omelet is definitely different. Yeah, pasta would cover a lot. Yeah, pasta would cover a lot. All right. Well, let's see. I think we've got a variety of answers here. Let's see how the answers come out. See, eggs. All right. So share was the first one, and definitely so eggs is 32 points. So no question there. That's exactly what's on there. So good job. First answer. Spaghetti. All right. Now pasta, spaghetti. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go with that. So JB, 25 points. Staying close behind, 25 points for JB. Mac mac and cheese. I mean, that's basically pasta. Mac is macaroni. That's pasta. Um, but since spaghetti was a higher uh, point item, that's the one. The 25 points is what you get for that. Yeah, so it might have been a mistake of me to accept pasta. Should have made it more specific, maybe. But pizza. Pizza. People need a recipe to make a sandwich. No, I mean, Brian's answer, the first one, that was the best answer, right? I mean, because eggs. I mean, we eat eggs, but is that a meal? I guess it could be spaghetti. Yeah, that's a meal. But I mean, a sandwich, that's a meal, right? Um, all right. Well, again, I'm not going to defend these people's answers. I'm just telling you what they answered, right? So, JB now has 149 points, 54 for Happy, 44 for Brian, and 210 points for Share. 210 points for Share. So Share in first place, but this game isn't over yet. That's crazy. A 4-year-old can make a sandwich. That's right. Yep. Every time I need a sandwich, I go out on the street and grab a 4-year-old and say, make me a sandwich. That's right. All right, here we go. Question. Name a profession that someone may lie about having just to impress a guy or girl. A profession that someone may lie about having just to impress a guy or girl. Oh, I'm a whatever. Yeah, okay. Doctor, street sweeper. Street sweeper? What? Photo model. Street sweeper? I'm a street sweeper. Are you impressed? Pilot. Okay. Share. I think somehow you've maybe misinterpreted yeah. Oh, I see. If they are a street sweeper, then they'd lie about not being a street. Yeah, I get. Okay, I see. You could read the question that way. That makes sense. Okay. All right. So military. Okay, military. There we go. Here we go. Answers are Dr. Brian. Dr. Brian, 41 points back in this game. There we go. Lawyer. I don't know if I'd brag about being a lawyer. My best friend from high school is a lawyer. Yeah. Actor. Photo model is close, but not quite the same. Actor. Police officer. Military is close, but not quite the same. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Lawyer. I mean, I could see that. Some people seem to think that lawyers are a high prestige occupation. Um, Military police. That's right, military. You were really intending to write military police. You just hit the return button too fast. I understand. Okay, all right. So I think Brian now has 85 points. Hap still at 54. JB at 149, and Cher at 210. We've got a good game going here, right? Okay, two questions left. Two questions left. Plenty of time for anybody to win. Here we go. Name an occupation which in which you might be able to get away with breaking the law. Name an occupation in which you might be able to get away with breaking the law. Cop. Aren't you an ex-policeman? Share. What are you telling us? No. Lawyer. Ambulance driver. Hacking. Oh, Robert Hamilton. Robert Hamilton. Welcome. Police service. Okay, that's going to police service. That's cop. That's cop. So unless you mean something different than a standard policeman by police service, you are a cop. Oh, sorry. For some reason I thought that you were former cop, but I stand corrected. You are a cop. Or you like cops like Marines. Once a Marine, always a Marine. Once a cop, always a cop. I don't know. Yeah, hacking. I like that answer. Hacking. So, policeman, lawyer, ambulance driver, hacking, uh, retired but can always be called in to do it. Okay. Politicking. There you go. Okay. All right. Good answers. Could be a clean sweep this time. Police officer. Share, the cop. 51. I think you've guaranteed a win there, Share. I think that guarantees your win. Second place is still up for grabs, but lawyer. Who said lawyer? Brian said lawyer. Brian 34 points for lawyer. In the thick of things again. There we go. Judge. Judge. Most judges were former lawyers, so yeah. Actually my friend is a judge. Politician, there it is. Politician. Yeah, politicking. I got that. Politicking politician. Happy with 5 points. Only 5? All right. Um Ambulance driver doesn't get it. Yeah, ambulance driver. They're speeding all the time. And hacking. Okay. That okay. All right. So let's see. Close to a clean sweep, but anyway, Cher has 261 points. Brian now with 119. Happy with 59. 149 for JB, and Robert is just getting started. Okay. Last question, though. This is the last question. Question 10 is our final question. Like I said, Cher has wrapped up the victory, but second and third is still up for grabs. Here we go. Last question is, what might happen to cause a rock concert to end abruptly? What might happen to cause a rock concert to end abruptly? No, Brian, you're in third place. JB is second with 149. Brian, third place with 119. A storm, a death, a squeeze, a fight. Okay, fight, squeeze. I'm not sure what squeeze is. Squeeze, death, storm, bomb. Okay. And you said I was dark and twisted. No, you guys, death. And but I mean, it absolutely fits, right? Okay, so JB, can you explain squice? I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, people getting squeezed. Okay, people getting squeezed. Gotcha. All right. So, um, Storm, I like that. Yeah, so fight, death, that would definitely put a damper on things. All right, I think we've got our answers here. Let's find out what happened. Violence. Okay, so fight is definitely violence. Brian gets 37 points for violence, right? Okay. Bad weather. So the storm from Robert. Storm, 33 points. Fire. Fire. Well, if a bomb goes off, it might cause a fire. Now, okay, that's maybe stretching it too far. Power outage, right? If it's a rock concert, it's probably not. They're probably not all playing acoustic guitars, right? Yeah. All culminates in death, doesn't it? Don't be greedy. You've already won the game, share. So spread the love a little bit. Let other people get some points here. Okay, so share is our winner with a final total of 261. Brian manages to claim second place with 156 points. JB at 149. Happy Gora at 59. And Robert with 33 points after only 2 questions, though. So that's a big thing there. So, all right. So first place, share. Second place, Brian. Third place, JB. Okay. So, let's see, share, and Brian, I have your information. JB, I don't think I have your contact information. So if you would let's see here that I can share with you so that you can give me your contact information, and you don't have to share it over the whole wide world. You can only you can send it only to me. Be a little more private. Check your comment. Squeeze is also a form of violence. Yes, it is. Yes, squeeze is a form of violence. The problem is fight. Fight is also a form of violence, and so Brian. So if I was giving the points for violence, Brian was first. If you had said squeeze before Brian had said fight, then the violence points would have been yours, right? Because they're just two forms of violence. You're absolutely right, though. People getting squeezed is definitely violent. Definitely violent. Yeah, absolutely true. All right, so let's see if I can get my thing in here. Here is, oops. Okay, there's my Google form, which will give you a private way to tell me what your email address is. So, because JB, I don't think that I have your email address. So if you fill out that form, tell me what name, also include what name you would like on the certificate. I will email you a PDF format file with congratulatory message in the certificate. Okay, so yeah, first place share, second place Brian, third place JB. All right, it's been you missed the game. Okay, all right, so type a 1 in the comments if you want to stick around for another game. I've got another one ready to go. So just type a number 1 in the comments if you'd like to play a game. All right, Brian's in. JB's in. Share, Black Eyed Dog. Okay, we've got 4 people. I'm ready to do the thing. Do the deed. Do the do. Do the do. All right. let's try my new format. This one, if I've done it correctly, hopefully I've done it correctly, actually has, I think, the top 7 answers. So this should make it much harder to totally dominate because the points for each correct answer are going to be smaller. It also raises the chances that your answer will be one of the answers. So I think it might make it a better game. I'm hoping it will. Oops, I need to do that, play that. Wait. Okay. Okay, good. Sent your contact. Okay. All right. Let's see. Well, maybe I don't need that this time. Oops. All right. There we go. Get that out of the way. That's so small I can't see it anyway. Okay. All right. We are ready to go to play game number 2. Oh, wait, this is game number 1 on May 8th. Okay, game number 2. We've got Share and Black Eyed Dog, Brian, JB, and was that it? Brian, JB, Share, Black Eyed Dog. Okay. And Happy's here again. Good. All right. Excellent. Here we go. So, like I said, we have the top 7 answers to each survey question now. So it might change the game a little bit, but I hope make it better and maybe more interesting. Let's see. Question. Oh, sorry. I forgot my curtain effect. Whoops. I gotta share it. Sorry about that. I'm getting all discombobulated. That's a technical term. There we go. Window, this one, share it. Not you share. Share the window. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. Now we're up to speed. And there goes the curtain. There goes the curtain. Yes. Okay. Friendly Feud. Question number 1. Tell me how much you'd expect to pay for a bottle of wine at a fancy restaurant. So just type the number, right? How much you'd expect to pay for a bottle of wine at a fancy restaurant. $50. $10. $100. Okay, we've got 3 unique answers. I'm cheap. So how much you'd expect to pay for a bottle of wine at a fancy restaurant. JB and Happy. Come on down. Give us an answer. $100. Okay, that has been given already. Brian said $100, JB, so you're going to need another answer. 35 pounds. 35 pounds. Okay, all right. Wait a minute. Let me check here. All right, numbers are all in dollars. I'm sorry. 200. Okay, $200. So Happy, would you like to adjust that, or do you want it to be $35? Because I just checked to make sure, but I guess this was written for an American audience. I'm sorry about that. This is international. I should have taken that into consideration. But yeah, so 35. If you go $35, that's fine. Or if you want to convert $60. Okay, there we go. Good. Everybody has a unique answer, and we'll find out what the points are. $50. Who said 50? Black Eyed Dog, right off the bat. 23 points. Like I said, the point scores are going to be smaller because there are more answers now, right? So 23. $30. 30, 30, 30. No, nobody gave $30. 25. Nobody gave 25. Interesting. 15. That's some cheap person. It is. Yeah, $15. No. 20. Okay, this is all right. $60. There we go. $60. Happy with the $60 answer is worth 8 points. Still, first the top answer was only 23, so 8 is a good answer. Interesting. $100. There you go. Brian, $100. 7 points. 7 points. Okay. Chili's, that's right. I guess so. $10. They didn't go down to 10 share, but 15, so you were in the ballpark. You were in the ballpark. Yeah, so yeah, that's like you said, some cheap ass restaurant. All right. Amazing. Okay. Alcohol is banned in Pakistan. Yes, absolutely. But you still got the number 6 answer, right? Yeah. You're in third place right now, Happy. Yep, you're in third place. So alcohol banned or not, yeah. You're on the board. Here we go. What grade were you in school when you developed your first crush? What grade? So again, you can just use a number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, whatever, right? What grade were you? Second, okay. Second grade when you developed your first crush. 8, 4, okay. 2, 8, 4. So when did you first fall in love? 4, okay, JB. Share got that. JB, I think you're suffering from the lag. I'm sorry about that. But share is higher than you are in my list, so she gets the number 4 answer. 3, okay. Chased her all around the playground. Third, okay. Sorry, Happy. JB got third. Yes, JB got third already. So Happy. So 2, 3, 4, 8. 2, 3, 4, 8. Yeah, those 4 answers. So anything but 2, 3, 4, or 8 is what you need for an answer. Takata. Okay. All right. You guys are in trouble now. Takata. First. Oh, Takata was an early bloomer. She fell in love in first grade. Yeah. So where are we at here? So Happy. Yeah. Happy. You need to choose another answer because JB said third before that. Yeah. Yeah, we've got a good collection now. So Happy. Yeah, I think Happy's lag is quite long. He's responding a little at 65. Your first crush at 65. All right. Who knows? I mean, maybe that'll be there. Let's see what we say. 5th. Nobody. Oh, so these people are late boomers, right? Yeah. First, Takata with 24 points. 24 points. You are currently in the lead, Takara. Wow, rub it in everybody's faces there. Yeah. First grade. 6th. Did I have 6th? No, we had 8th, right? So not 6th. 4th. Okay, somebody had 4th, I'm sure. Somebody had 4th. Where'd it go? 4th was, whoops, I scrolled too far. 4th was Share was 4th. Okay, 8 points for 4th grade. 7th. Okay, late bloomers again here. 2nd. Okay, 2nd was Black-Eyed Dog. Right, that was our first answer. Black-Eyed Dog. 2nd, 4 points. And 3rd. Okay, 3rd. That went to JB. 3rd. 4 points also for that. All right, so Takata, 24 points in second place. Share, 8 points. Black Eyed Dog, 27 points for first place. Brian, 7 points. JB, 4 points. And Happy, 8 points. So, like I said, Black Eyed Dog, first place, 27. Takata, second place, 24. Third place is a tie between Happy and Share. Then Brian and JB. All right, we got a good game going here. I like it. Oops, I'm missing out on my comments. Oh, wow. Okay. This is the second question. That's right. This is the second question. Yep. We just finished the first game. Now in the second. Okay, here we go. Question number 3. Name something a teen wouldn't be able to go without for a day. Name something a teen wouldn't be able to go without for a day. Phone. Yep, phone. Cell phone. Okay. TV. Oh, got it as fast with the second answers there, right? TV. Mirror. Phone. Brian. Oh, are you lagging? What's the deal here? Yeah, phone was taken by Share very quickly. So Black Eyed Dog. You need another answer also. Jeans. Okay, good. Games. Okay, good. Games being video games, the PlayStation, things like that. Candy. Okay, that's good. Happy is not, we don't have it. Oh yeah, jeans. Sorry. Yeah, that jeans for Happy. Okay. So phone, TV, mirror, jeans, games, candy. We've got our answers. Okay, there we go. Hello, my wife is home. Oops, went the wrong way. Cell phone, right? Cell phone. That was Share, right? Share, right? Cell phone for Share, 50 points. Wow, 50 points. I mean, that makes sense. That seems to be the answer here. TV. Okay, TV. Takata, 16 points for TV. Good job. Good answer. Snacks or food. Okay, snacks or food. Candy is snacks and food. JB, you get 11 points for snacks, food, candy. Video games. There we go. Games. That was Brian who came up with video games for 8 points. Computer. Anybody say computer? Huh, interesting. When we were doing the parents have to limit the time on something, everybody said computer. But on this one, nobody said computer. Interesting. Listening to music. Can't go without music. Anybody say music? Your computer's in your cell phone. Yeah, but computer, I mean, yeah, okay. It is. Phones, today's phones are absolutely computers. They're tiny little computers we walk around with in our pockets. And alone. What was the question? What was the question? It's something you wouldn't be able to go without for a day. A teen wouldn't be able to go without alone for a day. I mean, alone. Money, okay. If anybody had said money, I would accept that. But alone of money for snacks. Same thing as money, right? Exactly. But nobody did. Anybody give money? Nobody gave money. So mirror didn't show up. Jeans didn't show up. Cell. No, because phone was cell phone, Black Eyed Dog. So so Share got the phone cell phone points. Yeah. Alone for the car. Yeah, I don't know. All right. Every day couldn't go a day without a loan. All right. Okay, so let's see. We've got we've got a tight game here. All right, so first place is Share with 58 points. Second place is Takata with 40. Third place is Black Eyed Dog with 27. And then Brian and JB are tied at 15 points. and Happy with 8. So this is still, that's only question number 3. It's anybody's game at this point. All right, here we go. Question number 4. Can't wait. Name a type of professional that you seldom see joking around. Name a type of professional that you seldom see joking around. Lawyer, doctor. You didn't see Patch Adams? Comedian. That's cold, Brian. That's cold. You seldom see joking around. Cold. I guess you seldom see them because you have to pay because they're a professional comedian. All right. Yeah. Politician, judge. Okay. All right. Accountant. I think what you're writing there. Accountant. I'm guessing that's what Happy is saying there. Right, accountant. See, I can read. Yeah. Okay, so let's. Right, who knows? Comedian could be on there. Lawyer. Okay, lawyer was number 1. Okay, I'm sorry. So lawyer was Black Eyed Dog, right? Black Eyed Dog for 31 big points. Another big point answer there. Dr. Takara for 27 points. Wow, another big point answer. Politician, there it is. Politician, JB with politician, 19 points. Good answer. Judge was share for 9 points. I like this. Everybody gets points. Teacher, I like to think that I joke around. Police. All right. What do you think about that, share? Okay. Accountant. There it is. Accountant. Happy with 3 points for accountant. Brian, what was your... Oh, comedian. Yeah, that didn't come up. Oh, Brian, you spoiled our clean sweep. Everybody else got points that round. All right, let's see. Takata at 67 points now. Share at 67 points. Wow. Takata and Share tied at 67 points each. Black Eyed Dog at 58 points. Brian, 15. JB at 34 points. And Happy at 11. Wow. This is a great game. And we're at the halfway point. Now, the next question. Politician was your first thought. Go with your gut instinct there, Brian. Go with your gut. Okay, here we go. Question number 5. Name something you do more of when someone's taking a home video of you. Name something you do more of when someone's taking a home video of you. It's super hard. Oh, thank you, dear. Smile. Smile. Yes, okay. Goofy. Act goofy. Okay. All right. So smile went to Black Eyed Dog. Laugh. Okay. Laugh and smile. Yeah, everybody look cool. There you go. Oh, that's a good answer. I like that. Look cool. Okay, so laugh and smile and look cool, act goofy. You don't see dog on your screen. Yeah, dog. Yeah, he's above share, right above share. Black. Yeah, between Brian's politician was my first thought, and share smile is Black Eyed Dog smile. Interesting. You don't see that. Pulling tummy in. Good point. Yeah. I've given up on that. I pull it in. It's still significant. Yeah. Oh, so you don't see his doing hair. Okay. All right. Doing hair. Who let the dog out? Okay. Don't see him at all. Interesting. That's weird. Yeah. Right now. So Black Eyed Dog's smile answer was just before yours, or just before shares. And then Black Eyed Dog wrote a comment, said, I'm here between Happy, saying pulling tummy in, and Share saying doing hair. Black Eyed Dog said I'm here. Now I see him with his last comment. I see that I'm here, but you don't see the smile. Weird. That is so weird. I don't know how this application works, but yeah. All right. Anyway, here we go. Let's see how the points come out. Smile and laugh are both answers, and we had both of those, right? I got to scroll back now. Smile and laugh. So laugh was Takara. Smile was Black Eyed Dog. Okay, Black Eyed Dog gets smile for 37 points, and Takara gets laugh for 22. I'm surprised those aren't the same answer, but I guess they are different. Okay. Talk. Talk? You do more talking when someone's taking a home video of you. Maybe. I don't know. Hide. Yeah. Okay. If you're don't want to be on camera, you might hide. Do that more often than normally. Okay. Wave. Anybody say wave? Nobody said wave. Interesting. Pose or show off? Show off. Is that like show off? Would that be like look cool? Or goofy? Let's see. Act silly. Okay, act silly is definitely goofy. So Brian definitely gets the 3 point. Wait. Yeah, Brian definitely gets the 3 points for act silly because that's goofy. So look cool, pose or show off. I mean, yeah, show off, look cool. That to me, that okay. So JB gets 5 points for look cool. Although pose, pulling your stomach in, that almost seems like, and that's kind of pose. Difficult. But yeah, JB gave the answer first, but I don't know which one's better. I'm going to give Happy 5 points because I don't know. All else fails. Wait, share? Oh, yeah. Okay. So share. All right. So 89 points for Takata, 67 for Share, 95 for Black Eyed Dog, 18 for Brian, 39 for JB, and 16 for Happy. Okay. JB gets 5, Brian gets 3. That's right. Yep. Right. You wrote smile before, but Black Eyed Dog was the first one to write smile. So Black Eyed Dog gets the smile points. Right. Typically, the rule is the first person to give the answer gets the points. And even though Share can't see him, Black Eyed Dog was the first one to input the answer smile. So interesting. I think I'm lagging everywhere. I don't know what's going on. Oh, why am I on? I'm on a. Okay, let me try something. This may break things, but I'm going to try this to see if it'll work. All right. See if the buffer comes through here now, and see if after a minute or two that might help the lag. I hope. All right. Yeah, I think everybody's lagging. Maybe part of the lag, but if everybody's lagging, then that's fine as long as it's equal for everyone. Okay, so first place Black Eyed Dog, second place Takara, third place Share, fourth place JB, and Brian and Happy with 18 and 16 points. Here we go. Question number 6. We're in the second half of the game. Real or fictional? Name a famous man with long hair. A famous man with long hair. Can be a real person. It can be somebody made up. Real or fictional. Tarzan. Wow, Tarzan. That didn't occur to me right away at all. Jim Morrison, John Lennon, Antonio Bandera. Oh, kakui. Antonio. He's yeah. So Fabio, there you go. Okay. Um, have we got, let's see. So Tarzan, Jim Morrison, John Lennon, Antonio Banderas, Fabio, and we're waiting for Happy with a long hair. Some famous long-haired people. Any famous long-haired people in Pakistan? What do you think? Yeah, I think everyone is lagging, and I think Happy is lagging behind the lagging. Uh, don't know what's going on there. But I think we've got some good answers. I think you guys have done a great job, although there is one answer that popped into my mind that no one gave. Tarzan didn't pop into my mind, but and two of you chose Tarzan. Jesus, exactly, right? Jesus. But Brian, you chose Jim Morrison over Jesus. Okay. I'm going to tell your mother. Does Santa have long hair? I don't know. He wears that red hat all the time. Who knows how long his hair is, right? He's got a long beard, so it kind of would make sense. I don't know. But that's a high answer. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Anyway, you're a Jim Morrison fan. Okay. Cool. All right. So let's see. Happy. I feel bad. Maybe we lost Happy. I didn't miss his answer, did I? Everybody check for me. Happy haven't seen anything from Happy for. Uh, I wrote "smile before tummy" was the last comment that Happy wrote that I see. Uh, all right, so let's see. I don't even know who Jim Morrison. Oh my God! All right, Takata, I'm gonna boot you off of here and block you. That's almost sacrilegious. I mean, oh my goodness. The Doors. You've heard of the Doors, right? Yeah, you have heard of the Doors. Maybe, I hope. Okay, anyway, let's find out what the points are here. Jesus. And that's not an exclamation, that is a person's name, right? Number one answer, 41 points. You guys all missed out on an easy 41 points. I'll tell you that right now. Okay. Fabio, there you go. Takata, you're late. It was like your second or third answer. But Fabio, yes, Fabio. That was Takata, right? I'm not misremembering. Yep, Fabio. Okay, Takata. Fabio, only 15 points. Yes, Jesus got all the points, right? There's nothing left for Fabio. All right. Samson. You heard of Samson? Well, you guys, I didn't get a single Bible answer from you guys, and two of the top answers are the Bible. Okay. Well, I'm not judging. I'm not judging, but I'm just saying. Okay. Here we go. Howard Stern. Oh, Howard Stern, the Chicago Seven. Yeah. Howard Stern. Okay. George. You guys forgot about George even. Hercules. Hercules? Maybe they're confusing him with Samson. Both strong guys, but yeah, Hercules had long hair, I guess. Albert Einstein. Oh my goodness. No Tarzan. Tarzan was our top answer here. No John Lennon, no Jim Morrison, no Antonio Banderas. Mm. Weird. Thor. Yeah, Thor would have been a good answer. He's not here. Yeah. Yeah. Jesus I was expecting. Samson doesn't surprise me, you got your Bible people there. Hair was very important for Samson's strength, right? Fabio, That one wasn't on my radar at all. Fabio, I've heard the name. I think I've seen his picture maybe somewhere, but don't know anything about Fabio. Um, Einstein, yeah, the famous picture. He's got kind of wild hair and so on. George, yeah, I often see him with the pony. It makes sense. I can see these, but yeah, don't really match. All right, so what do we got? So what? Fabio's the only answer. So Takata is the only one that got any points, and now is over 100 points, 104 points, 104 points. Question 7. Question 7. Name something you'd hate for your date to be allergic to. Name something you'd hate for your date to be allergic to. Seafood. Cat. Good answers. Cotton. That'd be a drag. Seafood. Seafood's been taken, Brian. Flowers. Yeah, that would be a drag. Okay, so seafood, cat, cotton, flowers. Brian, you need a new answer. Food. 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 I'm suspicious that food is just going to be a little too broad of an answer. Yeah, food is too broad of an answer. Narrow it down, I think. Although I just took a peek at the answers and it's kind of weird. Your mind is blown on the first game. Hey, you're in third place right now. Share's in third place with 67 points. Takara and Black Eyed Dog are 1 and 2. So pollen. Okay, pollen. But okay. But I have a feeling that still falls under flowers, but you can say pollen. That's fine. I'll accept that answer. Actually, yeah. All right. Let's just see. Wait, I don't know. No, that doesn't mean that neither pollen nor flowers is an answer. Yeah, I think that because I was just thinking that, you know, flowers are flowers and pollen could be referring to the pollen from anything. I mean, here in Japan, the pine trees, the sugi, the pine tree pollen is one of the most prevalent allergies that people have in Japan. So, so pollen could be from other sources than flowers, and so that's why pollen actually isn't a bad answer. But I thought maybe that people might have. Fragrance. Okay, we'll go with fragrance. Fragrance, yeah, fragrance. Let's just go with that. That'll be safe. Okay. Has everybody given an answer? Haven't seen Happy. Happy hasn't been around for a while. All right. Let's see how the answers come out here. Flowers. See, flowers. Black Eyed Dog. 26 points. 26 points for Black Eyed Dog. In the lead temporarily, but does Takata get her standard number 2 answer? Perfume, cologne, fragrance. Brian gets the number 2 answer. 22 points for Brian. What was Takata's answer? Seafood? Seafood, okay. Me. Yeah, you better hope that your date is not allergic to you. Okay, that makes sense. And it's bizarre, but it makes sense. Okay. Condom. Ta-da. I mean, I know that you were into guys since you were in first grade, but really now. Okay. Dinner. Dinner is almost food, but Brian, you got perfume, so you don't want the food answer. Dinner. I mean, it's kind of a stretch to make dinner uh, dinner seafood. I mean, if you're going to a seafood restaurant and then you hope they're not allergic to dinner, which implies that they're not allergic to seafood. Let's see what else the answers are here. Chocolates. Nobody said chocolates. Kissing. All right. Well, so you were close there, Brian. I give dinner a seafood. Yeah, I kind of tend to think that that's a good way to check. Alcohol. I hope they're not allergic to alcohol. Okay. All right. So, all right. So, Dakota, um, the consensus is that seafood is a kind of dinner. All right. Get the seafood platter, right? So, you're up to 114 points. Share. What was Share's answer? Cotton. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you don't want cotton. All right. So, but no points. Still 67 points there. Let's see. Black Eyed Dog is now up to 121 points. Uh, Brian is up to 40 points. JB still at 39 and Happy still at 16. Okay, so Black Eyed Dog back in the lead with 121 points. Takata second place, 114. Share 67 in third. Brian and JB are basically neck and neck, 39, 40 points. And Happy. Okay, here we go. Mine is wearing cotton. Oh, that would be a drag because cotton, I love cotton. I'm sensitive to not really severe allergies, but I'm sensitive to a lot of synthetics. Cotton saves me, especially in the summertime. Okay, enough about me. Let's go on to question number 8. Question number 8. All right. Can't wear non-cotton. Yeah, I'm close to that. I can get by with linens are not bad. Let's see. Name something that, or rayon, I meant linens, rayon. Name something that makes an otherwise average person seem very attractive. Something that makes an otherwise average person seem very attractive. Sense of humor, big eyes, smile, body, white teeth, alcohol. I like it. I like it. We got, okay. Welcome. We got, oh, that's a great answer. And welcome to the game. You're coming in a little late, but better late than never. Have we got answers here? Let's see. Sense of humor, big eyes, smile, body, white teeth. Although smile and white teeth might be the same. I don't know. Alcohol, money. Okay, we got alcohol is a great answer. So stick to your first answer. That's the thing. Whoever gives the answer first, that's their answer. And if you give an answer, that's your answer. Unless somebody gave that same answer before you, that kind of thing. But yeah, alcohol, money makes sense too. Actually, yeah, both of those things. um, all right, so let's check out the points here. Makeup. Nobody said makeup. Nobody said makeup. All right. So nice haircut. Nice haircut. Nobody gave the haircut answer either. Great smile. Okay, the smile, that's Brian's smile. Smiley Brian. 13 points for Bri. All right. And let's see. Where are we at here? Personality. Personality. That's close to sense of humor. If no, I mean, nobody else came up with anything like that. I think personality and sense of humor are gonna go. So 12 points for sense of humor, personality. Clothes, nobody gave clothes. Money, alcohol. All right, so Wigga, you get alcohol. You get 6 points for alcohol. But money's a great answer too. I mean, is an answer too. So respect. Yeah, you did it. Yep. The body didn't even make the board. No. Someone liked your haircut. Yeah. Hair was your first thought. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah, haircut would have put you into first place there, Takata. So tough luck there. Let's see. What do we got here? So we got 6 points. Takata now has still 114. Share with 67. Black Eye Dog 133. Brian with 53. JB 39 and Happy still 16. If Happy ever comes back. Okay, here we go. Question number 9. 2 questions left. Okay, it's a tough race for between first and second. Share and Brian, you've got a good chance at second place, even first place. Seen stranger things happen. Okay, here we go. Name a vehicle that you can hear coming before you see it. Name a vehicle that you can hear coming before you see it. You get big eyes with makeup. That's true. Okay. So a truck, train, hot rod, cops, a semi. Is that different than a truck? Okay. Train. So I think semi and train have both been to ambulance. Okay, there you go. Motorcycle. All right. We've got good answers here. All right. Let's see how it comes out. Semi truck, right? That's a semi truck and truck. Okay. So Takata had truck, right? So, wow, 33 points. Takata is not giving up without a fight here. 33 points for Takata, top answer. Train, Black Eyed Dog. Only 4 points less for Train. Maintains his lead. 29 points for Train. Motorcycle. JB with motorcycle. 12 points for motorcycle. Only 12. I thought that'd be more than that. Police car. There we go. The cops. Jigs, it's cops. Jigs, it's the cops. What happened to oh, yeah. Okay. Jigs, it's cops. Wigga. Cops. Police car. 10 points. 10 points for Wigga. Ice cream truck. Okay. We didn't have ice cream trucks where I grew up, but then, yeah. Bus. A bus. Nobody said bus. Ambulance. There we go. Ambulance. Brian with ambulance. 3 points. What? Oh, yeah. All right. Sorry. Brian with ambulance. 3 points. Keep looking at the wrong place and I'm confused. All right. All right. So we got now 16 points. Takata now with 147. Share stuck at 67. Black Eyed Dog at 162 points. Brian at 56. JB at 51. And Happy at 16. All right. So this game is still up for grabs. First, second, third, all up for grabs. Okay. Anything can happen. 3 points, it's a common sound. Yeah, it's a common sound, but the point is you can hear it coming, I guess. It's yeah. All right. Okay. Last question. Question number 10. This is for all the certificates. Here we go. Name something specific you often run out of space to write on. Name something specific you often run out of space to write on. paper. Again, when it says specific, I have a feeling that paper is not going to be specific enough. Yeah, so yeah, paper itself is specific paper. Okay, check. There, that's a specific piece of paper. Board. Board as in board, what, like a blackboard board? Blackboard, whiteboard board? Is that what you mean? Post-it notes. Okay, good. Now there's a piece of paper specific. Notebook. Good. Specific piece of paper. Right. Those will work. Pad. I think pad is gonna be like notebook. Whiteboard, yeah. So whiteboard, blackboard. I just, I was making sure that you weren't talking about the carpenter writing down the dimensions on a board or something like that. Email address line. You run out of space to write. Okay, yeah. Somebody has an extra long, or you're sending to several people, you might run out of space there. Okay. Bathroom stall. Hey, with our survey people here, that could be a debit receipt. Okay. All right. Have we got application? All right. Have we got our answers? I think we do. Twitter. You've got bathroom stall there. Oh no, post-it notes. Okay, we got. You got post-it notes. You're fine. Okay. Share. Yeah. Debit receipt. Okay. All right. We're good. We're good. Let's see what happens. Check. 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 Nobody. Oh yeah. Check. That's right. Black Eyed Dog. He was the first one. Black Eyed Dog wrote a check. 26 points. All right. So Black Eyed Dog has assured himself a win. Greeting card. Greeting card. Anybody said greeting card? The check bounced. Yeah. Greeting card? No. I don't think anybody said greeting card. You guys missed out on 20 points there. Post-it note. There we go. Post-it note. That was Wigga again, right? Post-it note. Doubled your points, Wigga. 16 more points. Hand. Right on your hand. Yeah. I never do that. I really hate to do that. Sometimes that's the only choice you got, right? Envelope. Envelope. Or envelope. Depends on where you are and how you pronounce it. Okay. Yeah. America, they still use checks to a certain extent. They're getting rarer, but okay. So no envelope. Notebook. Okay, notebook. I saw that. Notebook. That was JB with notebook. 10 points for JB. And application. Okay, so no debit receipt, no email address, no bathroom stall. Okay, so those are our answers, right? So based on this, Wigga has 32 points. Brian has 56 points. Brian, what was your application? Sorry, application. That was Brian's application, right? Brian's the one who said application. Oh, you said whiteboard first. All right. I'll give you the 4 points, Brian. That gives you 60 points. So Brian has 60 points. JB has 61. Sorry, Brian. That's why I gave you the 4 points. That's not why I gave you the 4 points, but gave you the 4 points. I didn't. Eyed Dog, first place. Takata, second place. Share, third place. Third place was really tight. 67, 61, 60, and even Wigga with only, 3 answers up to 32. So It was an excellent game. It was an excellent game. All right, folks, I think that's about my game playing limit for today. I've been at this for almost 3 hours now, so I think I'm going to call it a day, as they say. I may be online again tomorrow. Definitely, I'll be online Tuesday evening your time. My usual friendly feud game there. But yeah, thanks so much for all of you for stopping in, playing along, and for the chatting, especially Brian, share, and everyone who stopped in early to keep me company while I was waiting for the rest of you people to show up and play. But I'm very happy that you all did. So thanks a lot. Take care and have a nice weekend. Bye bye. Bye bye. I clicked the end broadcast. It didn't want to end. It just doesn't want to see me go. Right. Okay. Yep. Bye bye.